They may look like something from a 1950s sci-fi film, but they are gentle giants. The fear of spiders is one of the most common phobias in the world, so chances are you know someone who has it. Or maybe you yourself are terrified of long-legged arachnids, which would be unfortunate, because you're about to see a creature that will likely send you running for the hills. It's called the Japanese spider crab, and while it's not actually a spider, this crab has long, spider-like legs, scuttles across the ocean floor, and can get monstrously huge in size. You might think that crabs aren't really that scary. After all, they taste pretty amazing, right? Well, Japanese spider crabs are in a class of their own. They're not only the largest crab known to exist, but they can live longer than humans and are carnivorous. Yes, you heard right. They've even been known to chop off human fingers with their claws. Even if you don't find these big guys terrifying, that doesn't make them any less fascinating. Despite its spindly, spider-like appearance, the Japanese spider crab is absurdly huge. Scientists and researchers estimate that this crab can weigh up to 44 pounds and can have a leg span of 13 feet at their largest. Not only does this mean that this crab could actually tower over you if it wanted to, but it also makes it the largest crab in the entire world. It's important to note, though, that this creature really is mostly legs, with its body only reaching about 1.5 feet across in size. But that's what makes their appearance so terrifying. True, the ones that have been caught tend to be on the smaller side, only a few feet across at the legs, but who knows how big they're getting out there in the dark depths of the ocean. When you're the biggest crab in the sea and you only have a few predators out there to worry about, who do you decide to eat? The answer is pretty much anything smaller than you. They're not exactly hunters, but these crabs have been known to eat algae, kelp, mollusks, slow-moving invertebrates, and the dead bodies of any creatures that happen to be floating around. In fact, this last option seems to be their favorite, as they seem to prefer to scavenge dead flesh rather than kill things themselves. Ancient mariner legends tell that these crabs used to actually drag sailors overboard and eat them alive in the depths of the ocean. While this is pretty unlikely, it's probably true that these crabs would enjoy the opportunity to pick apart the occasional dead sailor who'd washed overboard. In general, you never have to worry about a Japanese spider crab because they only really live in the depths of the ocean near Japan. They're usually found at around 150 to 300 meters down, which is nearly 1,000 feet. So you have nothing to worry about, right? Well, that's not entirely true. This crab does like to venture into shallower waters when it gets the urge to mate. During breeding season, spider crabs can be found in water as low as 50 meters, which is only a little over 150 feet deep, and that's where their larvae hatch. As they get bigger, they tend to move into deeper water, so the really freaky guys are probably not going to come around to bother you. Probably. Even though these crabs are massive, they still have to watch out for the occasional predator, such as the octopus. So they've had to get really good at camouflaging their enormous bodies. They're also known to be a type of decorator crab, as they like to pick up things from their environment to attach to their backs in order to appear just like another part of the ocean floor. Their claws are strong and large enough to pry open mussels and clams in order to get to the tasty creature inside. With this in mind, you can imagine why these crabs could be harmful to humans if the crab were handled incorrectly. When this crab was first discovered, the researcher documenting it noted it could inflict serious injuries to humans and had in fact done so while being caught. Luckily, these crabs don't tend to be aggressive toward humans. Don't hurt them, and they won't hurt you. All this being said, you might think these crabs are horrifying monster spider death machines, but that's not really true. Not only do they prefer being scavengers to being hunters, but they're actually very gentle creatures. Researchers have found that with smart handling, they're easy to work with and actually do fairly well in captivity. We can also safely say that while these creatures terrify many with their spider-like appearance, they are still an amazing and fascinating wonder hidden in the deep ocean. If you like this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos in the future. Also, hit the bell icon to stay up to date and be the first one to watch our latest videos. Let us know in the comment box below if you have any suggestions for our future videos.